Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program Live Let's Play. It's a Friday afternoon here in the UK. The sun is somewhere, don't know where, hiding, and I've got Kerbal Space Program loading in the background. I want it to be in windowed mode because it's easier to do that when I'm live streaming. So I'm just going to try and get that nice and neat. And once it's loaded, we'll switch the screen over so you guys can see it too. But hello to everybody who's joining live right now. The notifications should have just be going out all over the place, and people should be just realising that I am live, even though I did give you an hour's warning. I did, so I can see that some people are connecting in already. And we've got a hello from YouTube, so we know the chat's working. Hello there, everybody who's watching now. And no information back from Twitch yet, but sometimes that can be a little bit delayed. So it's still loading from Northern Ireland. Cracking. It's not very often you get a shout out from Northern Ireland. Let's see. Locating Jebediah is the current status. You're 13. I'm not. It's my birthday soon, and I'm older than that. I've recently been feeling my age a little bit, but that when my little girl's growing up, then that makes me feel a little older. Brian, hello from South Africa. Mattia is here as well, watching on YouTube, and I'm starting to get information from Twitch, so that's cool. Finland, oh my goodness, there's people tuning in from all over now. It's nice to see people coming by, and it looks like Kerbal Space Program's nearly finished loading, so that is good. It's reporting 182 frames per second, but it's not actually moving anywhere. Mattia's over in Italy. Has any of my regulars decided to join? I don't know. We've not got the normal notification. Oh, there we go. Music is a little loud, maybe. It's all right. We don't have music during the game. Normally only watch up in TTD, but thought I'd give Kerbal a try. Definitely. And hello from Norway as well. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a brand new Let's Play game. I haven't done Kerbal in a long time, not since the end of my last Let's Play series. So we're going to start a brand new game. We'll do a career. We'll call it Live Let's Play. And we'll type it correctly. Season 1. I don't think I have any other decent flags that I could... Oh, I've got my old logo? Or is that... Yeah, that's my old logo's in there. I don't really want my old logo to be in there. Let's... I mean, there's a NASA one. We could go with the... We'll go with the default one for this live Let's Play. Why not? And I'm just going to check the difficulty. So, I don't want to do it on hard because I can't revert flights and quick loading, which is sometimes needed to be done. I think the first mission you should get science. Definitely. Science is going to be very important. Brian says, what do we need to do to become a regular? Pop by regularly. Right, okay, so the game is fully loaded now. So in theory, I should be able to switch you guys over to be able to see it as well. There we go. Yeah, so there's easy, normal, and moderate. And there's a few differences between normal and moderate, and the missing crew respawning is turned off on moderate, and no entry parachute required on research. Resource abundance is down a tiny bit. Starting funds take a small hit, and science rewards are ducked down slightly. Tell you what we'll do. Let's have a look. So we've got some people saying normal, some people saying moderate. First, science is before lunch, definitely. I think what we'll do is we'll have it on normal, but we'll turn off crews respawning, that is then it's kind of a little bit moderate. In fact, I feel that's a nice middle of the road. We're going to accept that. So basically, it's kind of normal, but we've got some jeopardy of losing our Kerbinauts. Right, let's just check I typed that correctly. Live Let's Play. Yep, okay. So even though I'm streaming this in HD, I'm playing in 4K, so the text is a little bit small on my screen in some places, so I have to... It can be slightly more difficult to read, but here we go. Ambient sounds in the game are a little high, so I'm just going to bring up my control. Actually, no, we'll change the sounds in game. Okay. Right, here we go. Wait. Settings, audio volume, master volume. We'll bring that down to 33%. Right. Oh, that's better. So yes, we basically have to be really careful not to kill anyone. So what's the first thing? Now, I haven't played Kerbal Space Program in a while, and it looks like by running in windowed mode, we've actually lost a couple of icons off the bottom, but I'll bring it up to there, and then we can still see them. So we've got our messages, our contracts. Well, I guess the first thing we need to do is actually go to mission control and get some contracts, because if we go to our astronaut complex, you can see that we've got our first four starting pilots. That's fine. And let's have a look. Yeah, so we've got launch our first vessel, escape the atmosphere, orbit Kerbin. I think gathering scientific data from Kerbin, that's going to be relatively straightforward. Launching our first vessel, that's going to be straightforward. Now, how many? I think I can only have 2 active. So let's just go now and create something to launch a vehicle. My description says DayZ. It shouldn't do. Hang on, where are you? Oh, you're on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's a bit weird like that. It doesn't always work. YouTube is funny. You should pay attention to what... Yeah, the description's a bit terrible. Let's update that. I've just updated that on YouTube. I don't know whether it will show it on your side or not, but never mind. Go by the title, not by the description. And although I don't think you get to see the title on YouTube. Right, so we've got 2 things we need to do. We've got to launch a vessel and do some science. Right, now, it's welcome... I'm being welcomed to the vehicle assembly building, but I know what the vehicle assembly building is. It's where we assemble vehicles. So we'll put a command pod down, and we're going to give it the only booster we've got, and then obviously we're going to need parachutes of some description. Electric, and some of these are in slightly different categories from what they used to be. Coupling, payload? Nothing in there. Okay. Science, we do need science, so we'll put a couple of goos on. Put it in mirror mode. Yep. Goo on each side, fantastic. YouTube has worked properly for a few years. Yeah, YouTube's a bit funny sometimes. And now we need not command and control. Where's parachute? Do we not get parachutes? Utility, parachute, there it is. Okay. There we go, there's our first vessel. We just need to make sure the staging's right so that we don't launch our parachute at the same time as the engine. That'd be terrible. Right then. For science, you don't even need a rocket. That's true, but we're doing the missions as well as science. So let's take this out to the pad, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. So we've got a couple of missions. We have to launch a vessel and gather scientific data. So let's do a crew report. Can we do a crew report from here? Yep, there we go. Let's keep the experiment of the crew report. Now, can I do an EVA and do an EVA report as well? EVA report. From the launch pad. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary. I don't think so either. B to board. Get back in. Let's do observe the mystery goo at the launch pad. We're going to do more science a little bit better in the future, but we just need to really get that sorted out. Now, I think that is most of the science we can do at the launch pad. We'll need to actually launch this vessel in order. Now, oh, you know what? You know what I should have done? I should have come out with less fuel, because we only have to pop up and pop back down again. Although it is a small engine, isn't it? It'll be fine. Recover or transmit. Okay, so we don't get the gather scientific data option until we recovered it. I'm going to switch us to altitude above land. So we're 2 meters up with the command module. And I think we're ready to do our first launch. Okay, according to this, there's 4 people in the YouTube chat right now. In the YouTube chat. So, yep, let's launch. Are you ready, Jebediah? Here we go. Right, that was quite a violent launch. We're going really fast. And we managed to get up quite high already. Let's observe the other mystery goo. And mystery goo observation whilst flying at Kerbal. Let's keep that experiment. And I guess we have to just wait until we come back down again now. We went 10k up. That's a lot higher than I was expecting to go. How do you stop an astronaut's baby from crying? You rocket. Oh dear. That's ridiculous. That's terrible. That is terrible. Our primary objective right now is getting Jebediah down safely. Now, according to the information I've got here, it is safe to open the parachute. I'm not going to do it just yet. Let's see if we can lower the... I wonder if we can... Oh no. Our rocket's upside down now. Can we get back the right way round? Probably not. Okay, parachute time. Parachute time. Come on, parachute. Open up. Open up. Come on. We're getting too close to the ground. There we go. Oh my goodness. How many G's did we pull there? About 10 G's? Well, with 200 meters to go before the ground, the parachute did open. Oh my goodness. What was the setting? Altitude was set to 1 kilometer. Okay. Everything is fine. Not quite as smooth as SpaceX's live stream yesterday. You know what? I enjoyed seeing that. I only just caught it. I happened to need to come to my computer after I finished my dinner to do a little bit of work, and as I sat down to do a little bit of work, I saw that there was a stream live and that the siren had gone, and I thought, ooh. And I watched it and it went really well. It was good to see. But what else has gone really well? Well, Jebediah has come back to the surface and nobody got exploded. So we're going to recover the vessel straight off there and see how much science and stuff we get. There we go. A total of 29 science. You know what? That is a good amount of science. We get a load of funds back because pretty much all we lost there was a little bit of fuel, and Jebediah comes back with some XP. Fantastic. Right, okay, Neil's here. Hello Neil, welcome to the stream. Let's have a look at the space mission control, see what's going on now. So we don't have any active missions available. We've got one here to orbit Kerbal, one to escape the atmosphere. But then we've got some conduct surveys. I'm going to stay away from them now. There's one here to test a solid fuel booster. but you have to be at a particular altitude and a particular speed to do it. So I'm not going to do that one yet. And we have to... here we go, look. We have to test a decoupler splashed down at Kerbal. I think that will be really easy to do. So we're going to accept that. And we've got one here where we have to test a liquid fuel engine, but that is like way too high. We've got one here to test a parachute in flight. I think we might need a variable engine to be able to do that one. So at the moment we've only picked up the one to do the splashdown decoupler, which is a good one. We'll do that. So let's go back and let's use the same aircraft, but what we'll do is we'll send a different pilot so that they get some experience, and we'll splash down in the water. So we'll pitch over, and when we come down we'll splash down and we'll observe the mystery goo and do crew reports from there instead. So just going to switch out the crew to our other pilot, Valentina. Come on, Valentina, there we go. Now I was happy with the way this performed, so we'll get back out there on the launch pad. Oh hang on, we need the decoupler. We need the decoupler. There's this one. We have to test this decoupler. Where shall we put it? I guess we could just put it in the middle. Test it when we're splashed down though. So we're going to have to decouple after parachutes. So let's just get our stage sorted out. There we go. So we've added the decoupler. Valentina's now on board. We're ready for second launch. Egg's here. Hello Egg. Welcome to the stream. Myself, Neil, DJ Egg and a few other people did a DayZ live stream the other night, and we went to the military base and did some good stuff. And you get it before you buy it, yes. So we're going to try and get into the ocean now. From here we did actually manage to get over the grasslands over there. Valentina's ready. Let's put SAS on, and I think everything's ready to go. We've got some congratulational messages here. We've achieved some goals, some milestones and so forth, so that's good. And let's go and launch this vessel. Also, I think I subscribed to your channel because of Transport Tycoon. Yeah, Open TTD, it's a really good game. So here we go then. Let's launch in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that's about a third of our fuel gone already, so I'm going to pitch over. Try and get as sideways as possible because we need to land in the water. I think we might make it. Certainly looks like we're going to make it. Now last time we managed to get 10 kilometers high, but this time we're not going to be able to do that because we've moved sideways quite a lot. So let's observe the mystery goo. Okay, we're not going to get a lot of science for one of those mystery goos because it was similar to the last one. And let's turn the vessel. Oh, we can't. The vessel's pointing down. I feel like I want to change the way this parachute works. Like get it to open higher up at a higher altitude. But let's deploy the parachute nonetheless anyway. We'll turn SAS off, and that parachute might help us flip the vessel round so it's pointing bottom first. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so we're on Kerbal, we're not splashed down yet. Let's have a look at our fuels. Where's our fuel? Fuel. Electrical charge is going down, but we're all good. Nice. Why does Streamlabs not like too many caps? Because I decided that I don't want people spamming caps. Maybe it needs tweaking and configuring, but that's the case. Right then, let's turn that SAS off and get Valentina safely down into the water. Ideally, we want it so the cabin shows upwards. We're just going to do some time warping now. So we're going at 4 times speed because we're 200 meters above the surface. 70, 50 meters, Valentina's looking good. Coming down at 7 meters per second and splash down. And there we go. Fantastic. So we're going to observe the other mystery goo. There we go. And we'll keep that. And then what we'll do is we'll do a crew report while splashed down. We'll keep that science. We'll get Valentina to do an EVA. So there she is on top of the vessel. We'll do an EVA report from there, gather some more science, and then we'll tell Valentina to get back inside. And then what we'll do is we will launch this decoupler. There we go. And that is that contract completed. So there we go. Let's recover the vessel. Hopefully it recovers both parts, because they were just sat next to each other. Let's have a look. So we got 11 more science from that mission. We got most of that back. Yeah. And of course Valentina. So have we got... Oh yeah, look, there's the rest of the vessel. The debris. Let's recover that as well. Okay, so I think we're looking pretty good on the science side of things now. And I think we're going to start getting ready to escape the atmosphere soon, which would be nice. What's too dangerous to do in mid-air? Let's have a look at the science and research now. So we've got 45 science to spend. So we can get basic rocketry and engineering, which I think we should get both because that gives us a thermistor. We want to get as much science as possible. So let's unlock both of them. Research tree and research. Then we don't want anybody to die, so I think survivability is very important. So we'll get that. It's got all the extra parachutes and stuff on it that we need, and landing legs. We're going to then at some point soon get the stability things, but I think general rocketry should be our next focus, and actually we've only just got enough research points for that. So let's get that. Fantastic. And now we should have lots of different parts. Look, fuel, solid, liquid. We've got plenty of money actually. We're doing quite well on that side of things. No dying, please. Yes, we're going to attempt to not die. Right then. I think... Let's have a look what we've got here. We've got one here to test a Mark 16 parachute in flight. The rewards are quite good. What about planes? Planes are very good. We're going to research planes probably next. I think this is a good challenge. This one here. It only gives us 2 science. But let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get a vessel above 5,000. Above 5,000 meters, and just in that perfect speed range. See what happens. And then we'll escape the atmosphere next. Hopefully this vessel won't cost us too much. Right, so we have to get quite high, but we also need variable speed. We don't need the science right now. Have I still got decoupling? Yes, okay. Don't get mad at Streamlabs. Streamlabs is just telling you the rules. If I don't tell people the rules, then people break the rules, and then everybody gets sad. So we've got a number of engines here. We've got one that appears to be smaller, potentially cheaper. And then fuel tanks. Yeah. Let's do a little tiny vessel and see what we can do. What we'll do is we'll bring all of it back down again afterwards as well. We've got all the parachutes we could ever want. We'll put a couple of drogue chutes on. We'll get rid of that parachute, and then we'll put couple of these parachutes on as well. And I don't think I want the decoupler. I'm going to bring this whole thing back down again. So let's do that. So we've got the drogue chutes first. Then the main parachutes. The engine is obviously first. And I think we've got some landing legs now. We've got any landing legs? Let's see. Micro landing struts. Now, these aren't going to get us past the engine by the looks of it. But maybe we can adjust it so it does. Someone on Twitch asked, well, what does family friendly mean? Well, like, no swearing and shouting and stuff. Keep it civilized. That's really all it means. That's all it really means. When I say that, some people get confused. See, look, I can't do it, so it's going to protect the engine. So I think we're just going to have to hope that we come in soft enough so that the engine doesn't explode when we land. Either that or we ditch the engine. Maybe we could give it its own parachute. Let's try that. Last minute, we'll ditch the engine. Okay, so to ditch the engine, we'll need a stacked decoupler. There we go, we've got one of them. And we're going to give it a tiny bit of extra space. Something that we can put the parachutes on. Then that means we can put our landing legs. What's that? That's the surface bay. We don't need that right now. We can put our landing legs on the lander like this. A little bit higher. There we go. So that'll be fine. So at least our astronauts should be alright. The legs are expanded, yes, but so we can do that. We can start retracted. So that's okay. And I can't remember what we're doing. We're trying to get up to a certain height at a certain speed. That's it. So hopefully this is light enough that we can do that. Also, this stream on YouTube has 8 likes. Cool. That's cool. And then what we're going to do is give the bottom bit here some parachutes. So let's see. Utility parachutes. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the parachutes on one side. We're going to make it lopsided, just a parachute on one side, to try and make it land on its side. There we go. See if that helps. Probably won't. Okay, so let's check the staging. So the first thing is the engine ignites. We've got we need a new stage where we have stage separation and parachute at the same time. Then we deploy drogue chutes on our main craft, then parachutes. Okay. Right then, we've got Valentina in here. We've got Valentina in here. I think this aircraft is ready to take up, and we'll give it a go. Ideally, I want to recover the whole thing. Money, isn't it? But the challenge. What's the challenge again? Here we go. The Mark 16 parachute needs to be activated in flight above Kerbal. The Mark 16. Well, that's the one on the nose. Okay, so that is the Mark 16 one that we have to activate there. Let's give that its own stage. Okay, so we've got way too many parachutes on this, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So when we meet all the conditions, we activate this parachute, come back down, and just before we hit the ground, we separate with that other parachute as well. I'm sure it's all fine. We probably don't even need the drogue chutes. I think your rocket is already getting a bit complex. That's true, but that's because I'm trying to save every bit of the rocket. So let's see. Let's see how we do. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Test 1 passed. Now let's have a look at the contract requirements. So we've got to get up to 5 kilometers at 220 meters per second. So I'm going to start this at full speed, and we'll see how it goes. So full speed, we get good acceleration. I'm going to throttle back now because I don't want us to go too fast. Oh, what happened there? Are we out of fuel already? Oh, the fuel didn't go beneath the stack decoupler. The stack decoupler is enable crossfeed. There we go. Wow, I would have thought crossfeed on the stack decoupler would have been default. Right, now we're going at the right speed. There we go. We did it. Activated the contract. Let's cut the engine. So that parachute is pulling us over. So what I will do is we'll just... can we cut the chute? Oh, hang on. Is that the wrong one? What's going on? That's the radial. I'm really confused. It looks like the staging's all gone funny. The staging's gone funny and we haven't got long to fix it. Okay. Deploy all parachutes. Quickly. There's the drogue chutes helping us out. Well, this is... it looks like we've got everything sorted out there. Right, so the drogue chutes are out. Let's extend the landing legs. I have no idea. Let's get the other chutes out. Wow, way too many parachutes. So what happened? It says I actually... Did it say I've achieved the contract, though? It looks like I did. Oh, well, never mind. I think everything's fine. The top and bottom is fine, but you have side burners needed for fuel lines. Okay. Right, okay, let's get this craft back down to the ground. We have to remember we have to separate it as well. So now that the parachutes are out, let's actually do that separation. So that one's got one less parachute, so it should fall quicker. Hopefully that component will not explode upon landing, but we'll have to wait and see. We can probably cut the drogue chutes. Yeah, let's leave them. You think that engine's going to get destroyed? I don't know. It's only got a few. It's only got 100 meters or so before it comes to hits the ground. So let's find out. Here we go. I know it's quite small on the screen, but I ain't got the camera angle. Oh, kaboom! You guys called it. You guys called it. It needed more than one parachute there for sure. Right then. Ooh, oh no, don't fall over. Okay, yeah, those parachutes on the side are really low down, but I think we're okay. We're going to be fine. Oh, we lost an engine. I mean, I think we probably cut. No, we won't cut. We're just going to land. We're just going to land. May as well do a crew report, I guess. Get the science. Oh! We landed right next to it as well. Come on then, do an EVA over here, Valentina. EVA report. Because we're on... Oh, apparently that counts as Kerbal shores? Not so sure about that. Okay, let's get them back inside. Oh no, they are back inside. Let's bring everybody back in. Recover the vessel. Really, I should have changed that so as my altitude was above land rather than the sea level. We got 8 science. I think we completed the contract. Yeah, we did complete the contract. We completed the contract. That's the important thing. Right, we've got enough to escape the atmosphere. Test a decoupler while orbiting. That'll be a good one to do. Seeing as we need to orbit anyway. That solid fuel booster has to be at a particular height, going at particular speeds. That might be a bit difficult. Let's have a look. It's always good just to check these, just to see if there's any really easy ones to do. So we've got an engine that has to be tested at particular height and particular speeds, and we've got another engine that has to be just tested really high. Okay, never mind. Oh, you're off now. Have a great day. Okay. Well, you have a good day too. Take care. So yes, we will do escape the atmosphere next. We'll take some mystery goo up with us as well. So we have to be careful coming back down this time. Right then. So I think what we'll do is we'll move these parachutes higher up. We'll remove that parachute altogether. I don't know if we definitely need drogue chutes or not, but we're going to keep them. We'll get the science. We'll take the mystery goo. We'll only take one this time. And the thermometer and the pressure jobby. Because we'll do them as soon as we get out the atmosphere into space. Landing legs are all cool. That's all fine. Right, let's have a look at this. We'll check the stage in a minute. Do we need crossfeed? Actually, let's use the maintenance bay instead. We'll put the landing legs on the maintenance bay, and then we'll detach that afterwards. Okay, it won't let me put the landing legs on the maintenance bay yet, but that'll be fine. Right, decoupler. Let's sort those landing legs out then. It's been a bit funny about it, but there we go. Heat shield. Do we really need a heat shield on this sort of journey? I suppose we could... Oh, look, the landing legs have got the... Landing legs are not really necessary. Yeah, probably not. Let's have a look at the heat shield situation. Where is it? Thermal. There we go. Heat shield. That's too small. Let's put a heat shield on it. It's weird how it won't put the landing legs in certain places. Do we need landing legs? You know what, we're probably going to land in the water anyway, so let's get rid of the landing legs. We'll move the mystery goo into the middle. Like... Oh. Has that done it? No. Why is that not fitting in the maintenance bay? Fit to the... Oh, there we go. Now it's fitting in the maintenance bay. And actually, what we'll do is we will take two, because we'll do one when we're up there, and then we'll do one wherever we land. And you know what? We'll do the same with the thermometers as well. Thermometer. Get the right way around. Pressure. Job's a good one. Oh, this is going so much better than I thought it would. There we go. We've got enough in the maintenance bay. So let's close that up. Put the heat shield on the bottom. Put the decoupler in. Okay, I'm happy with that. So then we've got Parachutes. We need another one for the drogue chutes. And then decoupler. Looks like my parachutes are all in funny sort of... No, the parachutes are fine. Brilliant. Right. So that's the capsule for coming back down again. Now we need to get them up out the atmosphere. Copwatch says, I only said hello room. Don't worry. Streamlabs just tells everybody that every now and then. So I don't really want to spend too much money getting up there. So should we just try a couple of a solid booster? Is that going to get us high enough? I wonder if that would get us high enough. It's certainly going to be cheap, and we can actually change the thrust limiter as well, so it burns for longer. I think that's good. I think we'll be alright. We haven't got maybe we need a little bit of aerodynamics on this. Just a touch. There we go. Hopefully that will stop the heavy end at the top later on in the flight bending over. Right, who's flying this one? We'll let Valentina go on this one. She's already ready to go. Stabilizers. Yes, that's essentially what we've got. We've got some stabilizers. I think that's probably the best we're going to do with the equipment we've got. So let's do it. Let's take it out to the launch pad. And hopefully we don't kill anybody. Right. I'm not 100% convinced this is going to get us all the way. It might do. We'll see. Right then. Now we just have to escape the atmosphere. We're not trying to get into orbit, so we will just go straight up. We'll keep an eye on the contract there. Let's have a look. Breach the atmosphere, and we'll keep an eye on the fuels. Okay. Everything looks good, so we'll launch in 3, 2, 1. Okay, only just launching at 50% throttle on the solid booster there, but actually that's kind of... I think that's kind of about right. We're already down to about 75% fuel, but we're a kilometre up, so we'll see where the rest of the fuel takes us. Boosters don't have throttle, no, but you can throttle them in the assembly vehicle assembly building, which is what I did. Lucia, I've already throttled this booster. Okay. Coming up to 50% fuel, and we're now at 4k up. Speed is increasing as our vessel gets lighter. Looks like it's been stable. We are now going a bit too fast, but never mind. There is 10k up, and we've still got some fuel left. We're going really quick now. Re-entry is going to be a bit of a pain potentially. I can't make this... I'm trying to make this vessel go sideways. I'm really worried about Valentina here. I am trying to get it over on its side, and there we go. It's going up. Now, are we going to go up high enough? Oh yes, but by a long shot. 110k. Now the question is, if you click the purple button, it tells you the altitude. What purple button? Right then. Let's see if this is going to be alright. So, at these speeds, we can't open the drogue chutes. Oh, that one down there. For the manoeuvres. Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, we got up here. So let's hope that we get back down again. Let's observe the goo. Keep that experiment. Do the log the temperature, and we'll log the pressure. And we'll close the bay up. And we will do a crew report from space. And we'll keep that. I'm just not 100% convinced we're going to get this down safely. I think we're going to end up just plummeting. But what I'm hoping is that we can kind of use the belly of the aircraft. So once the aircraft is stabilised, I'm going to turn SAS off a little bit. Just so that we're not using too much electrical charge. And then we'll belly flop it. We will see. Where are we? There we go. So we already got some overheating notifications, I think, on these fins, which I'm surprised aren't getting better in the vacuum of space. And we're coming back down again. So here we go. Heat shield, heat shield should protect. Heat shield will protect from the heat, but will it slow the capsule down enough? You would decouple. I think I'm going to decouple as well. Okay, here we go then. Let's decouple. Oh, I'm not in the right mode. No. Okay, never mind. We'll do it manually. No, not jettison heat shield. Decouple. Okay. Here we go. We're coming in very hot here. But hopefully this heat shield does the job. $22K up. Bleeding speed off brilliantly. I just hope that that booster doesn't land on our heads. Yeah. G-forces are up to about 6 Gs. 10 kilometers to go and our drogue chutes are safe to deploy. Oh, that's just one of them. Why have we only got one? There we go. We're in the wrong mode here. That's part of the problem. There we go. We got that back in there. Ooh, right, there we go. There's the heat shield. Job's good in there. So I would hope that we can actually turn the SAS off now. I'm just a little bit worried about where that boost is going to come down. Drogue chutes are fully open now. And we'll open main chutes. Cool. Oh, there we go. I heard it. I heard it explode. I don't know where it exploded, but it definitely exploded. There we go. So we've got delete all the messages. We don't need those messages. What's your mission in this game? Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to build up science so that I can unlock new components to make bigger and better vessels. I don't know where we're going to go. I'll probably let you, the viewers, decide a little bit about how the series progresses. Remember, if you want to decide what games I stream in my live streams, then you'll need to come along to the Discord, and on the day of the live stream in the morning, I post a poll up in Discord about which game we're going to play later that day. But here we go. We're coming down now, and we're only 40 odd meters above the surface. I've left the drogue chutes out. I know in real life they don't normally do that, but there we go. We're back. Valentina is back safe and sound. And we will just open up the bay, and the side that we haven't done yet, we'll just quickly do some science. So we'll observe the goo. We'll take the temperature, log the temperature. Apparently we're near Kerbal shores still. I think we have to be above that green ridge to get any further away. And we'll log the pressure data. Recover the vessel, and hopefully we'll get a load of science. Go to Minmus. Yes, I think we will go to Minmus sometime. 52 science earned on that one trip. Yay! Fantastic. Let's have a look at that. So one of my objectives was to try and get to the aviation side of things, because once you've got aviation, you can actually make kind of like rudimentary rovers to go around the space facility, get more science and things like that. But we need the stability before we get anywhere. So let's unlock stability. So we've got general construction, which gives us the crew cabin and structural fuselage. You've got advanced rocketry, which we could do to get the Terrier electric fuel engine, some side bits, some bigger tanks and adapters. Then we get flight control, which is all the flappy bits, the winglets and so forth, reaction wheels, and then down here at basic science, that's where we get the battery pack and the science module. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the aviation first, then go with basic science and kind of grow it out from there. Looks good to me. So we've got 10 science left. Now, part of me wanted to do the science first, but nah, we'll be alright. We're still not quite ready. Well, I suppose we could orbit Kerbin. We only get 6 science for that, though, directly for orbiting Kerbin. But I think I want to unlock other things before we do any more on that. Now, let's have a look here. Yep, we're starting to get towards the end of the live stream, so we're doing quite well. We've got 300,000 in the bank. We haven't killed anybody yet, and we've completed a number of contracts. So we've got all sorts of really weird ones here. Booster in flight and engines in flight. Conduct focused observational surveys. Now, take a crew report in flight below, okay, near this location. That is where we need an aircraft. Normal Kerbin fuel satellite. It's a nice goal, hard and fun. A fueling station. Yeah, I like fueling stations. Thanks for playing KSP. Waited a long time. It makes me want to play it again. Thanks again. We'll catch up after work. Cool. Definitely. Sounds good. I'm just wondering where... Oh, hang on. We've still got a bit of debris over there. Let's recover that. Let's do a little bit... Let's finish off with a bit of aircraft design. See if we can not kill anybody that way as well. So, we've got the Mark 1 cockpit. And... we need... Let's have a look. We've got the liquid fuel fuselage. Which size is that one? That's the good size. So let's get that and empty it. Take all the fuel out of it. There we go. What else have we got for aerodynamics? Not a massive amount. We've got some swept wings, which is quite nice. Put that on the back as well, and let's get our center of mass, center of lift and center of thrust sorted out. We've got some circular intakes, that'll be nice, and we've got some winglets. So, oh, and a tail fin. We've got a tail fin, so we'll have a tail fin, and then I think, is that a big nose cone? It is a big nose cone. Let's put that on the back. So, it's a nice challenge. Engines. There's the basic jet engine. So I think if we put the smaller engine on the wing like this, and then in aerodynamics we put the circular intake on the front of that, and it's got a bit of clipping, so we'll move it forward. I don't want another circular intake. Let's get rid of that. Ugh, perfect. And let's put an engine on the back. Nice. Then, oh, it's not that bit that's connected to the craft, is it? Okay. Pop it back on. There we go. So we see if we can have a couple of them. That's not too bad, actually. I mean, I know the centre of lift isn't right. Keep the wings centre of... Yeah, I'm definitely going to sort out the centre of lift and so forth. Let's bring that forward just so it looks a little bit better. Yep, that's good. And now we need to bring the wings backwards, I think, a little bit. Oh, the fuel. The fuel's in the wings. And we need wheels. Okay, let's get one of these big wheels at the front. And a couple of these larger these other wheels. I feel like on the wing is probably the best. Is that right? It is, but it's too low down. Too wide. I tell you what we could do. We could probably, if we place them there, that would do it. Move these wings back a little bit. And centre of mass is there. Centre of lift is there. We're going to need some. Yeah, we're going to need ailerons on this. So can I put ailerons there and... Well, there it doesn't look right. Move the fuel to the main body. Yeah, I was just thinking about the main body and the fuel. So if I move this along a little bit. There we go. Let's take the liquid fuel out of the side ones. Put some back in the middle here. I suppose really we could put some more in the back. That's better. There we go. I think that is much better. I suppose I do want the wings to come back a bit, but that means I have to get the centre of mass to come back even more. Centre of mass didn't move when I changed that tank very much. It's got a monopropellant. We don't need that. Let's get rid of that. That's not far off. Move the wings all the way back and add some ones at the front. Well, I could add some wings at the front. We could put some winglets at the front. Or we could put some actual... we could put tail fins on the front. Let's put some tail fins on the front. Oh, I like that. Bring the wings forward just a little bit. There we go. I think that's a good aircraft. Now, are we within amounts? We've got some part limit left. And the mass is fine as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll put some emergency parachutes on it. That's right, you heard me correctly. Emergency parachutes. So we'll put 2 emergency parachutes there. And we'll put 2 emergency parachutes there. I guess put those ones higher up. Put them even. There we go, emergency parachutes. Do you get a bonus for having leftover parts? No, not really. We just need to make sure this aircraft even flies. And it's actually the end of the live stream now. So I guess we better get Jebediah out on the runway to give it a little go. We need to do staging. Must do staging. So we're going to see if we can take off and land, and then that will probably be it. So let's turn SAS on, and I will just move those parachutes to a different group, We'll turn the jet engines on, put them to full throttle, turn them off again. We're going to get off this bumpy runway, because that runway does not look very flat at all. And we're going to try and take off on the land. Okay, and then we'll have to crack back on with work. Okay, let's get everything nice and stable. I'm going to turn SAS off just for a minute while we're ramping the engines up. Right, turn it back on again now. And hopefully we can get some speed up before we run out of land. It is starting to wobble a bit, so I'm going to turn SAS off. Oh, we're in the air. We're in the air. Let's turn SAS back on again. You know what? That's not too bad. Even with SAS off, that is a really stable aircraft. I don't know whether we've got bits left on the part limit for putting science stuff on there or anything like that. But if I put SAS back on... I mean, the takeoff wasn't the best takeoff in the world. I will admit that straight out of the box. But let's see if we can bring this to land without killing Jebediah. Whoa! Yeah, these winglets and so forth, they need their limiters changing so that they don't turn too much. Right, let's cut the engines. Height above land. We're 100 meters up. Let's fly up into the air. We're going way too quick. I'm going to turn us so that we're facing the other way a little bit. That will slow us down a lot. Hopefully we won't drop out the sky like a stone. And then we can glide in. We can always bring the engines up if we need anything more, but I think with the control surfaces we've got, we're going to come in for a lovely little landing. There we go. So we're about 100 meters up. I'm going to drop our height because our speed's dropping. Here we go. 40. 20. 5, 4, 3, and touchdown. We're still going very quickly. I'm going to tap the brakes. It still seems quite stable, so the brakes are fully on now. 30 meters per second. Yeah, we're cool. Flaps. I can see the front wants to lift up at 30 meters per second. That was a smooth landing. I'm going to turn it slightly. Look at that. Nice. And just for effect, deploy chutes. They haven't even done anything. Max power on the engines or something, I don't know. Can we get the chutes to deploy? There we go. I suppose I could have deployed the chutes when I landed, but there we go. That's going to be all for now. If you want to vote for future live streams, remember to come over to the Discord. I do that in the announcements channel, and I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. If you want to see more like it, please put comments on the YouTube video when it comes out, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for the chat, really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, well, take care, and goodbye for now. Ta-ra, everybody.